Hi there, and welcome to LimitLyss, the space where your big dreams meet grounded energy and mastering manifestation becomes your new normal. I'm Alyssa Simpson, mindset and manifestation coach, your unorthodox free spirit, and now your newfound permission slip to do life your way. Here, we break the rules by ditching societal norms of the hustle and grind. We embrace flow, alignment, and the bold decision to follow what lights you the fuck up. In each episode, I'll be sharing soul downloads, mindset shifts, energetic upgrades, and raw, authentic stories to help you unlock your magnetism, collapse timelines, and create a life that feels as good as it looks. So if you're ready to remember who you are, trust your desires, embody your highest self, and manifest from your authentic power, it's time to sit back, relax, and get ready to become limitless. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of LimitLyss. And today we are actually going to be sharing some beautiful transformations that have been happening on the inside of working privately with me. And if you have not already dove into the application for Restfully Rich, time is ticking. And let me tell you one thing, you are going to regret not getting inside of this container while it's hot, honey. All right. Now, one of my private clients, her and I have been working together for, God, I want to say almost a year and a half now. We are almost at a year and a half in working together. And over the course of our time together, not only has she really brought to fruition some really incredible things, like I'm talking like, holy shit, like look what you just did, homegirl, like you are living the damn dream. But I want to talk more specifically about her transformation through the lens of Restfully Rich, because what her and I have done together is honestly built unawareingly, unconsciously, the framework for Restfully Rich. And when I was thinking of exactly what I wanted to go into this program, she was the one person that I kept circling back to and thinking back to of what did we do together inside of our private container together, because this ultimately is exactly what Restfully Rich is. It was just a lot more, like I said, unconsciously, unintended work that her and I did together. And now one thing that I will say is she sat silently and watched me and my work for almost 2 years before she finally said, okay, I think this is for me. And what she ultimately needed, and these are not her words, but this is just from me, from my, holy shit, I can't talk. This is just from my point of view. This is from, getting to know her and understand the way that she moves. She needed her nervous system to feel safe before committing to any kind of inner work. Because here's the thing, and I want you all to understand this too. Leadership women, powerhouse women, capable women, they do not need urgency to make them get into a container that they know is for them. What they need is the understanding from a nervous system lens that they are going to actually feel held in a container. So if you are also someone who has been sitting by silently watching, listening, waiting for the moment to hop in, it's almost like you have that feeling in your gut that this is for you, but you're waiting to feel safe. You will never feel fully safe until you start to actually do the work. So that intuitive nudge that you have to keep watching, keep consuming, keep circling my world, all of those things, that is your sign enough. Because here's the truth of anything that you decide to work on or do or bring to fruition. The best time to do it was yesterday. The second best time to do it is today, right now, in this moment, okay? When you have the desire, right? When you have the desire to stop being the one who holds it all together, when you realize like, I don't want to do this alone anymore, because here's the thing, all the women that I work with, they are so capable and so able, and they can do it all on their own. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but it's the desire to say, you know what, I don't want to and I don't have to. And that is what sets the tone and sets the difference, because what I've told y'all time and time and time again is the universe is going to reflect back to you exactly how it is that you operate and ultimately what your nervous system feels. So if you always feel that tension, that tight, that I'm bracing for shit to hit the fan, the universe is going to kind of keep operating in this weird dance with you because you aren't fully allowing yourself even the opportunity to be provided for, to restfully receive, to step into your feminine energy and your feminine flow of co-creation. Because the universe operates on free will, you always have to make the first move, always. And capable, high functioning, powerful women, they are okay with making the first move, but they have made the first move so many times and always are always being one step ahead of the game that sometimes it just feels really good to have that permission slip. So this is your permission slip, okay? Now, when this client came to me, she had over $80,000 in chargebacks, disputes, clients not fulfilling their containers. And ultimately, she came to me and she's like, I do not know why this is happening to me. I don't know what I could possibly do to fix this. Is this just something that happens in business when you're operating at a high level? And I straight up told her, I was like, this is an energy issue because you leaking energy is showing up in your physical world with money leaking from you. It's just whoop, whoop, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone, right? And just in 3 months of us working together, she generated over $70,000 in income and almost the six-figure mark within 6 months of working together. So not only did she come to me with $80,000 of like, I don't know how, like this money's just gone. It's left my space. I don't know how or why or how can we get it back or whatever. And instead of letting the spiral continue, she made the decision to be like, you know what? Now it's time for me not to do this alone anymore. And that is exactly what her and I did together. Together, we were able to create an energy that felt sustainable for her and it reflected in her bank account because your bank account does not require you to hustle more. It requires you to be more regulated. Okay. No new offers, no new strategies, no content overhaul, no new reworking your business model, none of that. We don't add more pressure. Okay. But what we do is we remove the constant bracing for that financial crisis. And that financial crisis for most high functioning women, it is always running in the background. It is always like a silent hum that is just always there that your nervous system can feel. And here's the thing. Of course, we can talk about subconscious mind all day long, but at the end of the day, it's your body that controls the actual thing because your body is what feels whatever that subconscious belief is. That's why whenever you start to do this kind of work, what we do is we listen to where those feelings come from, right? Does your chest get tight? Do your hands start to feel a little shaky? Do you have all of a sudden this really dull tension headache at the base of your neck? All of these are clear communication signs from the subconscious mind speaking through the body, telling you where you do not feel safe, where you need support, and where the actual energy is that's leaking, right? When a woman stops leading from her survival energy, which is exactly what my client did and was able to generate these incredible results in such a short amount of time, you start leading from your regulation. Your presence becomes more desirable and the money starts to respond to that. When you're always bracing, when you always feel like shit's gonna hit the fan, when you keep like, it's almost like what she was doing too, is she was signing these new clients, but then this feeling of like they're not gonna stay, something's gonna happen and they're just gonna leave. Like, and like I can't trust that these contracts are going to be fulfilled. I can't trust that they're going to be committed to the work. And so that energy that she was feeling was also attracting more of that energy. And what I want you to hear so gently when I say this is that you do not have to wait until you're exhausted to find that close proximity inside of my work, inside of Restfully Rich. Because if you've been silently leaning in this entire time, you already know why. You know why you're here. You know why you're listening. You know why you tune in. You know why you keep your eyes nice and peeled on what it is that I'm doing. But I'm telling you right now, you do not have to wait until you're $80,000 in chargebacks. You do not have to wait until every time you sign a new client or you sell out a new offer or whatever the fuck, you are bracing for shit to hit the fan again. Or what I've also seen, not in this private client specifically, but another private client of mine, what she was doing is every time she would have high income months, it's almost like subconsciously she was spending more than she was actually receiving. She would find herself getting in the car, going to Target for nothing, but leaving with $600 worth of merchandise. And she's like, I don't even know why the fuck I went there in the first place. And so we had to work through her body, telling her the signs of receive money, go and spend it. It's almost like if you do not feel safe, you can receive, but the capacity for holding it isn't there because your nervous system does not feel safe receiving it in its entirety. This is your invitation to come inside of Restfully Rich. If Restfully Rich isn't your bag, but you are tired of doing it alone, if you need me in your back pocket every day and moments notice, then you need to get inside of my private support container, because the time and the day and the months that have already passed, that's long enough. Okay. I do not want to see you continuing this year with this same heavy weight on your shoulders. I want to see you actually living restfully rich and get in where you fit in, baby. Now is the time. There is no excuse. There is no reason. If you desire more, if you desire to hold more, feel safe with more, receive more, and not have to do it on your own, this is the spot for you. And we have doors wide open for you to come and snag a seat, because this is actually what's going to change the trajectory of your financial relationships moving forward. And I will see you next week. Bye. I'm so grateful that you tuned in today. If this episode activated something in you, share it with a bestie who's also ready to become limitless. And don't forget to leave a review to help more people find this space. Wanting more? Get on my email list and subscribe to my YouTube channel for exclusive downloads, mindset shifts, and behind-the-scenes magic that I only share there. The link is in the show notes. Until next time, keep trusting the pull, honoring your energy, and manifesting your most abundant life.